Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lamone, and this is my review for the Elimination Chamber 2025, a show that will be remembered for a very, very long time. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Share them to leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on the Elimination Chamber, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into this, shall we? I mean, this is crazy. I really would have never thought that I would be living in a time where Cena turns heel. I think this was very smart. I think this is what was best for business. I mean, just seeing everything that was happening online after it happened, and even waking up this morning, I was like, I made it up. Like, it was a dream. It was a fever dream. And then looking back online and seeing people still talking about it and going, no, it was not a dream. It was very, very real. Cena turned heel. He sold his soul to The Rock. The Rock and John Cena are in an alliance or a group or whatever. I'm just at a loss of words, really. And the main event of WrestleMania Night 2 will officially be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I know Triple H said during the press conference that, it's still up in the air. Maybe Night 1. But Night 2 should definitely be a lock. I mean, Night 1, if they do Roman versus Seth versus Punk, I don't see how that doesn't main event. Or even just Roman versus Seth. But then what does CM Punk do? Maybe he faces Logan Paul. Not really feeling that. But, I do feel like after that segment, there's no way that does not close the show overall on Night 2. But how was the show overall besides that one amazing moment that, again, we are never going to forget about for a long time? I thought the show was really good overall. I was actually telling my friend this after. I was like, I think I liked the Elimination Chamber more than the Royal Rumble. I just thought they were more... I thought the matches were better. I think the tag match probably just went on a little too long for me personally. Tiffany and Trish versus Nia and Candice. There was nothing wrong with the match whatsoever. I thought it was it was fun and it was good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's for the best working. But to me, the match just went a little long, and it was the only match that didn't really have anything to completely offer. Like, we could just tell, like, hey, we're using this so Trish could get on the card, and for something Tiffany to do before she faces Charlotte, and now we can go full throttle with Charlotte being there. Maybe Charlotte should have came out or something like that afterwards, just to give that little oomph, if you will. But besides that, I think the unsanctioned match was really, really good. Maybe it went a little too long as well, due to the conversations I had. But I thought I had a lot of fun with it. I think it was a really good unsanctioned match. Now we can move on. We're doing Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, which, it's going to be a fun match. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully they do not another unsanctioned, but just another type of match where, there are no rules and they are allowed to use the pile driver and the punt. I think that's that tidbit that they added last night with Orton going for the punt, going like, look, it's an eye for an eye. You used a banned move on me. I'm using my banned move on you. And hopefully at WrestleMania, they will be allowed to use those moves because, again, I think the story calls for it as well. But yeah, I really like that segment. I really like that tidbit that they added at the end that Orton was going for the punt, because I would have never thought of that. And I thought that was really, really done well. As for the two chamber matches, they were swell to me. I think the women's match overall was probably better than the men's. The men's match was, like slowly turning the dial until, you broke it off its hinges. While to me, the women's match just said hello at the very go, with Jay Cargill coming out confirming that it was Naomi who attacked her. We all knew it. And, it was one of the worst kept secrets. Even Naomi was like, you see, everyone kept trying to blame me. And it's going to come out that she's the one who sent it to all of this to make it seem like it was Liv Morgan and Raquel. I'm really curious to see how we're going to be booking Bianca with her winning the chamber. And, man, I've been talking about that. I think Rhea and Bianca is worthy to main event Night 2 of Mania. And the fact, hopefully it can main event Night 1 at least, because I do think it is a main event worthy match, and I want it to be, treated as such. I want to wait all night for that. I don't want it to open, and I'm really worried it's going to open. If it does get turned into a triple threat with Io, I'll be able to swallow it better, but I just think Bianca and Rhea Again, I'm not mad that Bianca won. I'm not mad that Rhea's a champion. I'm not mad we're doing this match. This is by all means, a dream match for WrestleMania. I just don't want it to open, and I'm really scared that we are going to be resorted to that just due to how stacked this Mania is overall. But yeah, now she has to take care of Rhea on Mondays, and then on Fridays, assuming dealing with Jade and Naomi and seeing how that's going to be transpired throughout the storyline as well. And especially now that she is on a streak, I think she's 4-0, and I think we can start talking about that, especially with how lack that women are on WrestleMania. I think we could talk about the streak of Bianca Belair now that she's 4-0, because again, women don't normally get on the card that much. I mean, we'll see if we get a non-women's title match at WrestleMania. You would assume we have at least 3 of them, because the women's tag team title match, again, they had that tidbit with Liv Morgan and Alexa staring each other down. Nikki Cross, you would assume, gets into the play, and that's your tag team title match: Liv and Raquel versus Alexa and Nikki. But we have those 3. Will there be another women's match added that doesn't have a title, or even one of the mid-card titles? I say the outcome doesn't look so good with that. So the fact with that, where women only get on the card if they're in a title match, I think 4-0 is something that we can be like, yeah, no, that's enough worth to talk about. But like, she has to defend the streak. She has to defend the streak. And I do hope Bianca does win at Mania, because again, I want the streak to keep going. I think WrestleMania has been lacking that overlining thread of a streak since Undertaker lost. And I'm all for it. As for my favorite spot within the Chamber match, it has to be the bungee jump spot with the braid, with Liv Morgan, with her throwing her against the cage and she's pulling it back the hair. I thought that was a lot of fun. A lot of people were telling me during the party that we were hosting at my place, and I was getting texts I don't know why someone doesn't tie Bianca's hair to the chamber. And I was like, you know what? That's actually a really good spot. That bungee cord spot, much better spot than tying her up to the chamber itself. But yeah, Jade Cargill's back, attacks Naomi. It really becomes 5 people. We move on from it. I mean, it was just up here the whole entire time. Again, while the men's was a little bit of a slow dial. Drew and Seth starting, then here comes Damian, and then Logan Paul was in there. But as soon as Cena and Punk got in there, man, I mean, the noise just elevated, and I think the quality elevated too. Cena and Punk are destined to do this forever, man. Hopefully we do get a proper one-on-one match. It'll be interesting to see what the roles reverse, because usually Punk works heel against Cena, and now that Cena's heel, I don't know how long this heel turn is going to last. If I had to guess, it would last until Mania, because Cena has built this credibility with the audience where he can change on the dime. And, post-Mania, I would assume maybe we do WrestleMania 18, a la The Rock and Hollywood Hogan. Cody beats Cena. Cena's like, you know what? You got me, because, the respect is still there, right? They shake hands, Rock beats him up, and then Cody helps Cena, and then, Cena raises Cody's hand for the true passing of the torch from face of the company to face of the company. Raw happens. He comes out and goes, yeah, I'm sorry I was walling, y'all. I just really wanted to win that 17th title at WrestleMania. And the fans will just go, yeah, all's forgiven. We're all good. And then he's back to babyface and he moves on. But I am very curious to see how this full heel transition of Cena is going to be. Is he going to get new music? Is he going to have new gear? How is he going to talk? How is he going to walk? It's just all of these things are really, really curious to me. And it justifies everything that has been happening. I'm going on my farewell tour, but I'm not going to show up. I'm going to declare for the chamber. I'm not going to qualify for the chamber. That's not really hustle and loyalty to that. And then, saying me winning the 17 title is best for business. Punk taking shots saying he won't show up. Him coming out, and really he didn't do a whole lot in the chamber match itself, because there was a lot of times like, where's Cena? I was like, you can't see him throughout the show. So again, I'm just really looking forward to it. I just think that whole final angle with The Rock and Cody saying go fuck yourself to The Rock was really, really good as well. I'm glad they didn't bleep it out. I don't know why Travis Scott was there, to be honest with you. And he beat up Cody. It's cool that Travis is comfortable being heel, but I just don't know why he was there during that segment. It could have just been Cena and Rock, and it would have been just as fine. I don't think the alliance is going to last that long. I do think it goes until Mania. when Cena does lose. Because if anyone can sell their soul and still lose, because I know there was a lot of talk with Drew, being it since he was the leaked winner at one point. And again, it would have made sense for him to sell his soul, but then he would have to win. Cena, I do think, is in a position where he can sell his soul, and yet he can still lose, because now I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to lose the title. Do I think Cena's going to get that 17th world title victory? Yes. But I don't think it's against Cody. I think at some point post-Mania, on one of the B shows, if you will, I think Cody loses the belt to Drew McIntyre. And then SummerSlam, it's Drew versus Cena, where Cena finally gets it. Because again, how I see the farewell tour going, I did not see a heel turn by any means. So, take that with a grain of salt, is that it's half chasing and then half defending. And then, we get to the last one. He has his last defense. Does he win or lose? I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. But yeah, that's how I see the farewell tour going. But again, I didn't have a heel turn in that grasp at all. So maybe it is at Mania when we do it. But man, I think this show is going to be remembered for a long time. It might be remembered more than the Royal Rumble. I think this road to WrestleMania has officially kicked off. I've been telling y'all for a while. I was like, look, just give it time. It's a longer road. It's not going to be 39 and 40 every year. Man, after this, 41 road may top 40 and 39, because man, what a crazy ride that we're going on, and it is truly unpredictable. 39 and 40, we were able to see where everything was going after a while, and we knew, hey, where the end destination is. I can't call most of these matches. Jay versus Gunther, all signs point to Jay winning. But do we really make WrestleMania too much of a feel-good show? Because Cody's going to beat Cena. But will he beat Cena? I don't fully know. Bianca versus Rhea. There's a lot of intrigue there. Does it turn into a triple threat match with Io Sky? Hell, do we do Io versus Bianca? Because again, everything's been unpredictable with how the booking has been. Tiffany versus Charlotte. Do we keep the young one and keep building her up a little bit? Or do we just solidify Charlotte as one of the GOATs of all time and have her win? And then, of course, there's the other matches. Damian versus Drew, you would assume is it, since Damian took Drew out and Drew took Damian out. What does Punk do at Mania? Are we going to do this triple threat match? What's Logan Paul going to do? He was in that chamber for a reason. Is he facing CM Punk? There's just a lot of questions that I cannot wait to see be answered throughout these 8 weeks as we head to the road to WrestleMania. So leave a like if you made it this far within the review. I greatly appreciate. Comment below and know how you think the WrestleMania card will turn out as we head closer into the show of shows. And let me know your thoughts of the Elimination Chamber, and hit that subscribe button as we talk about it all 8 weeks, all 2 shows until Mania. Really, really looking forward to it. And until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.